an amazing text, and he made atonement for the children of Israel. Okay. Pinchas later, by the way, becomes, in some of the rabbinic texts, sort of a foreshadowing of the Messiah, intriguingly enough. So the text begins. It's an important text that has implications, ramifications for all that God does from here on in. But I want to jump to the text you're going to hear in a minute, which is a reminder that the implications here are for everyone. And as the text you'll hear read in just a moment reminds us, that includes women as well as men as equal inheritors, as Moses responds to this plea by the daughters of Zelophehad. In fact, it's so important at the end of the book it's repeated again. And then a short while later you will hear the Haftorah portion. A very interesting text in and of itself. Elijah goes up into the mountain, and God says, "So why are you here, Elijah?" And then Elijah hears or experiences what? A whirlwind, an earthquake, fire, maybe a volcano. And it says God was not in any of that powerful stuff, but then he heard a whisper. And Elijah responded. And the whisper was again, "Why are you here?" Good question. You answer it when you hear the text.
I'm reading from Numbers chapter 27, verses 3 through 8. Our father died in the wilderness, they said, and he was not one of those who perished in Korah's revolt against the Lord. It was a natural death, but he had no sons. Why should the name of our father disappear just because he had no son? We feel that we should be given property along with our father's brothers. So Moses brought their case before the Lord, and the Lord replied to Moses, "The daughters of Zelophehad are correct. Give them land along with their uncles. Give them the property that would have been given to their father if he had lived. Moreover, this is a general law among you, that if a man dies and has no sons, then his inheritance shall be passed on to his daughters. And if he has no daughter, it shall belong to his brothers. And if he has no brother, then it shall go to his uncles. But if he has no uncles, then it shall go to the nearest relative."
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah temet v'chayei olam natan b'tocheinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Blessed are you, Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who gave us the Torah of truth and life everlasting planted in our midst. Blessed are you, Lord, giver of the Torah.
We reflected on the fact that the word of the Lord will go forth from Zion, from Jerusalem. It came originally from Sinai, which means it came originally from God. So we respond on pages 98 and 99 with V'zot HaTorah. These are the very words, your very words, O God, delivered to us through the hand of Moses. If you need the transliteration, we'll find it on page 95.
V'zot HaTorah asher shama Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai beyad Moshe. This is the Torah which Moses placed before the children of Israel. It is in accord with the Lord's command by the hand of Moses.
Torah blessings are on pages 94 to 97.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar b'neviim tovim v'ratzav digreihem b'ne'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai הבוחר בתורה ובמשה עבדו ובישראל עמו ובנביאי האמת בצדק.
Amen.
Blessed are you, O Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who selected good prophets, delighting in their words which were spoken truthfully. Blessed are you, O Lord, who chose the Torah, your servant Moses, your people Israel, and the prophets in truth and righteousness.
I'll be reading from 1 Kings chapter 19, starting at the very last part of verse 9, where he lived in a cave. But the Lord said to him, "What are you doing here, Elijah?" He replied, "I have worked very hard for the Lord God of the heavens, but the people of Israel have broken their covenant with you and torn down their altars and killed your prophets, and only I am left. And now they're trying to kill me too. Go out and stand before me on the mountain," the Lord told him. And as Elijah stood there, the Lord passed by, and a mighty windstorm hit the mountain. It was such a terrible blast that the rocks were torn loose, but the Lord was not in the wind. After the wind, there was an earthquake, but the Lord was not in the earthquake. And after the earthquake, there was a fire, but the Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire, there was a sound of a gentle whisper. When Elijah heard it, he wrapped his face in a scarf and went out and stood at the entrance of the cave. And a voice said, "Why are you here, Elijah?"
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Sur kol haolamim tzadik v'kol harokot, ha'el ha'ne'eman ha'omer v'yoseh, ha'mdaber u'mkayem shekol dvarav emet v'tzedek. נאמן אתה הוא אדוני אלוהינו ונאמנים דבריך ודבריך עד מדבריך אחור לא ישוב רחמתי אל מלך למען רחמן אתה ברוך אתה אדוני האל הנאמן בכל דבר. Blessed are you, O Lord our God, the ruler of the universe, rock of all ages, righteous throughout all generations. You are a faithful God, promising and then performing, first speaking, then fulfilling. For all your words are true and righteous. Faithful are you, O Lord our God, and faithful are your words, for no word of yours shall remain unfulfilled. You are a faithful and merciful God and King. Blessed are you, O Lord God, who are faithful in fulfilling your words. Have mercy on Zion. It is the fountain of our life, and very soon deliver her who grieves deeply. Blessed are you, O Lord, who makes Zion rejoice with her children.
And Zion's rejoicing children now respond.
Make us joyful, O Lord our God, with the prophet Elijah, your servant, and with the kingdom of the house of David, your anointed. May Elijah come soon and bring joy to our hearts. Allow no stranger to sit on David's throne or inherit his glory. For by your holy name you swore to him that his light would not be quenched forever. Blessed are you, O Lord, the shield of David. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen.
The words that come from God are intended to impact our lives, to take root in our lives, to transform us, to renew our days as of old, as Etzchayim reminds us, and we now respond on pages 96 and 97.
Etzchayim lama kazikim va v'tol keha me'usha derakeha darkei noam v'kol timoteha shalom Hashivenu Adonai Elecha v'nashuva Kadesh Yameinu Ekedem Hashivenu Adonai Elecha v'nashuva Kadesh Yameinu Ekedem A tree of life it is to those who take hold of it, and happy are those who support it. Its ways are ways of pleasantness, and all its paths are peace. Turn us, Lord, to you, and let us return. Renew our days as old.
We now share in yet another, or no, we remind ourselves that we share in yet another reality our ancestors experienced in the wilderness. God among them, or more appropriately, we having the privilege of being in the presence of God. And when we do, we respond. Move from Kol Yomar, pages 98 and 99. And we pledge to him yet again our service. Please rise.
Unu Kol Yomar, Shuvah Adonai Rivavot Alfei Yisrael. When the ark rested, Moses would say, Return, O Lord, to the myriads of Israel's families. Arise, O Lord, to your resting place, you and your mighty ark. Clothe your priests with righteousness. May those who have experienced your faithful love shout for joy. For the sake of your servant David, don't delay the return of your Messiah. Lord David, Adeker, Al Shev, Penei, Hilakach Tov, Natakilahem, for the Ta'azovu. I give you good instruction. Do not forsake my